Now, we've covered a lot of ground already, and we've covered the basics of what growth storytelling means as a different approach or as a higher order approach to content marketing. We've covered the importance of telling a great story in whatever communication you're building, and we've covered how to actually create a great story. So, what is the structure you need to keep in the back of your mind, and what are some principles that you need to keep in mind? Now, let's assume that you've grasped all that perfectly and you know how to apply it. Now, how are we going to make it the process smarter and make you an even better writer, more effective copy creator with the help of AI? So, how to write more and better stories faster with the help of AI copy generators is what this next section is about. First, let's get our expectations clear. What to expect and what not to expect from an AI copy assistant. Well, for one, AI copy assistants are really, really good at coming up with ideas and doing that super, super fast. Second, AI copy generators can create decent, or even much more than decent, human-sounding copy, indistinguishable for the vast majority of people from human-written content, and they can do it at lightning speeds. That's super. What AI copy assistants, even the ones based on GPT-4, cannot do is they cannot think. See, this is a thing that a lot of people don't necessarily understand. AI copy generators are often based on natural language processing models. They're often based on statistical analysis. So what these models do and how these models are created is they feed these models tons and tons and tons of real live data. In this case, written content, and they let the machine go analyze, go learn, and go play by itself, telling it, make sure you understand what the patterns are in this massive pile of data we've given you. So what the machine is actually training itself to do is to understand the patterns and be able to predict from a certain set of words and a certain order of words what the most likely next series of words is going to be. And that's actually the basis of how even the most advanced natural language processing units in the market right now operate. So what that means is the models don't actually understand the words that they're using. They understand the context and the network relationships between the words and how they work to the symbolic degree that they need to understand them to be able to make the prediction of what words and in what order will be the next series of words. Now, they also understand it well enough to know that in certain contexts and with certain input queries, it's important to take that into account to predict what words are going to come out. But their prediction of what the next words will be is actually what the copy is that they're giving you as output whenever you're using them. So what that means is that, like we said, AI copy assistants, large language models, can't actually think. They don't actually know what they're saying. What they, as a consequence, also cannot do is showcase your uniqueness as an individual human being, as a team, as a company, as a brand, and they can't understand humans. They can't understand you properly, really, at least not, by far not the way that a human being is capable of doing, and they can't understand your target audience, your potential customers. And this is really key to keep in mind. So what that means is, what do you want to use AI copy generators for? Or what should you want to use AI copy generators for when we're talking about storytelling and content creation? These are 3 key points. 1, ideate. Don't let yourself ever get stuck on a blank page ever again. These copy generators are super at coming up with new ideas. Please use them for that whenever you get stuck, wherever you are in the process. Right? So point 1, use them for ideation. Second, variation. If you've already built something, either by yourself or with the help of the AI, it's really helpful and can be really helpful to create new versions of that so you can improve what you've already built. This is something that AI copy generators are also really, really useful for and really, really good at, and they do it super quick, much faster than even the most experienced copywriter could ever humanly do. 3, scale. Create smaller, simpler copies, such as the copy that you might want to use for a tweet or another type of social caption. the copy that you might want to use for your ad variation. So imagine you're a multiple hat marketer, or imagine you're a Google ad person, and you need to create now micro copy for ads for 10 different segments of customers and with 10 different angles each. That means 100 times a small variation in the basic same message. That can be draining to need to come up with that. I know from personal experience. I had a little bit of experience with that stuff, but I know from my coworkers and my network that it absolutely can be draining, and it can take a lot of time. Now, AI copy generators can do that for you literally in the blink of an eye. In a few minutes, you can have hundreds of variations on the same basic thing where you can toggle and tweak to use to your advantage. So, important to realize is that garbage in means garbage out. You want to give your AI tool great input. And here we're getting more so into the spheres of what people mean when they're talking about prompt engineering. So what does that mean? What does it mean to give your AI tool great input? It means, firstly, to think strategically. We've been over this. We've talked about this. What is your goal? What are you about? Who is your audience? What is their story? Two, be specific. Use the best and most clear keywords. And what we mean by best and most clear keywords is that you've done a little research on Google, talking to your network, talking to your potential audience, your customers, and figuring out what keywords hit home for them. How do they speak about the thing that you're trying to talk about? Third, be a samurai. Use the right tool in the right way and with the right filters. So what we mean by this is that, look, there's a ton of AI copy generator tools and platforms out there in the market right now. ChatGPT is one that springs to mind for a lot of people because it's received a lot of hype, and it's amazing at doing a ton of very varied stuff. You can use it to create, marketing copy, social captions, blog posts, film scripts, essays, love letters, chats to your high school girlfriend, like in the South Park example. But if you want to be a samurai in the realm of marketing, maybe it could be better for you to use a tool that is specifically designed to help you create copy for marketing purposes. And whatever tool you use, select it with care, use it in the right way, and use it with the right filters. Now, a little bit about prompt engineering. Don't forget, what prompt engineering actually means is thinking strategically about the story you're about to create. If you're actually getting ready to write the prompt, write the input for the AI copy generator that you're going to use, these are three things you want to take into account. First, know what you're working towards. We've been over this. Understand your audience, understand their needs, understand your own goals. Two, specificity, clarity, and brevity in input as well as in your edit of the output. Three, select your tools with care. By the way, with task-specific generators like Storylab AIs, a lot of the prompt engineering is done for you. You can read more prompt engineering tips on OpenAI's help page, which you'll find if you follow the link in the presentation slide deck that we'll share with you shortly. So, my lovely people, please use AI copy generators and AI copy to boost your own human creativity, not to substitute it. Play with it, have fun with it, iterate, create new versions, combine what you're doing, what the AI is giving you, and edit smartly. Gary V approves. So, what does that mean when we talk about editing smartly? What we want you to do and what you want to maybe start to realize is that once you start using AI copy generators for tools in your content creation process, that means you're up-leveling yourself as a copywriter. You're up-leveling yourself as a marketing content creator because you are now the editor-in-chief, and the AI has become your, junior copywriting assistant. You're the editor-in-chief. You're the person that's handing out the creative brief for this campaign, for this brand, or for this specific piece of content that you need right now. You're also the person that's going to edit what your assistant comes up with, right? And once you get into the editing, here are the three things that you at least want to do is first, click test, meaning what this click for the audience I have in mind. And by click here, we mean not only would it make me want to literally click on the article, video, social post, whatever, but also does it click when I'm in the story in terms of understanding? Does it click when I'm in the story in terms of emotion, right? Does it resonate? Two, clarity and brevity. Which words, which paragraphs can be shortened, what can be left out, scratched entirely. Three, correctness, facts, grammar, and spelling. Remember, the AI copy generator tool cannot think. It does not know what it's saying. So it can't know if what it's saying is true, untrue, partially true, false. Check your facts and also check the grammar and spelling, obviously, as is good practice for any copy or content creation. So, final test, the human test. Wherever and whenever possible and sensible, use the number one, most trusted, most successful way to check your copy before you publish it. Have a friendly, smart human proofread it. Oh, I went back. I wanted to go ahead. So this is an important part of what we're trying to help you realize here is use AI to become a better writer, where you learn by doing, playing, and figuring out how to get a machine to help you tell better stories. So remember, what we're saying is once you start using AI copy generators, you're getting a junior copywriting assistant and you become the editor in chief. So you're up leveling yourself. So that means you now have to teach someone what you already know, or at least the level of experience and knowledge that you have. And what we know from developmental psychology is that whenever you start to think about how to teach someone something that you know, you get to restructure your knowledge about that given topic, which then fortifies your knowledge. So you learn by teaching. This is what we want to get you to understand and get you to approach the process of creating copy and content with the help of AI copy generators. Finally, very importantly, ethics. With a lot that's going on in the market right now, and not just in business and marketing, but way, way broader than that, we think it's really important to focus on ethics. And not just because of the fact that it makes business sense with the trend of people looking for more purpose-driven, more ethical companies, but also because it makes human sense, right? We're looking at an imminent possible infopocalypse. So what that means is there's going to be so much information, but also so much misinformation, disinformation, fake news, deep fakes, also with the help of AI, which all helps lead to growing polarization and a growing sense of not knowing what and who to trust and what is even real anymore. With the backdrop of that as a potential future, we really want to hold ourselves and our community accountable to the following responsibilities. First, to do and say what is right, what is true, and what helps ourselves and others grow. And that's actually our variation of the Zen Buddhist philosophy of the three gates of speech. And to two, do no intentional or avoidable harm with our knowledge, our stories, and our voice. And if you want to read more about our ethics stance, you can click the little orange box in the slide deck once you receive it and find out way more about it.